Hi, welcome to my video. So I'm still working on this tank, and when I say working on it, I mean trying to sort out the water because it's been very problematic for me. And the reason it has been problematic is because my water has no KH in it. It has like maybe 1 DKH or whatever it's called. But yeah, so what was happening is my pH was starting out at about 7.2, between 7.2 and 7.5, depending on basically how high the pH was in the tap. And then it was dropping to about 6.6, which is really, really bad. And the reason I knew this was happening was because I put oyster shells in my filter, and one day I saw it all frothing up. So, well, by one day I mean the day before yesterday. So I went out yesterday and I bought this alkaline buffer, and it raises the KH and the pH. Also, I will say that I made a bit of a mistake with all my devices and drops and everything I have that reads pH reads a different number, so it's very, very tricky. So I heard that you shouldn't really chase a perfect pH, but you should really try to raise the KH in your water, because that's what stabilizes the pH and that's what keeps the fish happy and healthy. But 6.6 is too low, and I do need to raise the pH, so I do actually need to chase it a little bit. But anyway, so I use this. I did use some baking soda, and that did work. However, it didn't work long term. It would just work for a day or two, and then it would just crash again. And it did raise the KH, but I mean, potentially I could just keep on using baking soda, but I just want to fix this problem long term, so I'll be using this. And I also put some aragonite sand on top of my substrate. So that's not peat. Well, some of it probably is, but most of it is just the sand underneath, and there's a lot of snails. I kind of like it. At first it was a bit, it looked a bit fake to me. It looked like it'd been snowing or something. But it really brings out the colours in the fish, and Gary is happy back there. He was struggling with the drop in pH, and the guppies were struggling. The teachers seem happy no matter what. They seem to do alright. But so I'm just gonna see how that works. I'm gonna go out today. I'm gonna buy a new pH test solution because I don't really know what the pH is. I think it's about 7.4, hopefully. I'd like to keep it under 7.5, but above 7.2. That way the teachers will be happy and the guppies will be happy. Like, guppies are happy the higher the pH. That's my experience. But this is a community tank, and yeah, even if I can just keep it at 7.5, that'll be fine. Gary's pretty resilient. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I also bought this for my plant. Sorry, I just had some testing going on down here. And these, look at this, like you can see, these are, I think these are expired actually. So I bought this. This is a little carbon dioxide thingy. I'm not putting it on this tank, don't worry, because that carbon dioxide does make your water more acidic, which I don't want, even though this is a planted aquarium. But if this tank ever reaches some kind of equilibrium, I could introduce CO2, but for now, no way. So I bought this online, and it's a CO2, I don't know what it's called, but you can do your own CO2 setup with citric acid, and I believe it's, well, I'll have to do a separate video on that. I believe it's sugar or something, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not doing yeast because yeast smells really bad. But this is for my planted bed aquarium that I was trying to set up. I had to kind of take it down because I was having all the trouble with the water, but I'm going to give it another go. Don't worry guys, I didn't have any fish in there, so there was no worries about that. And yeah, I really want to sort my water out. It looks pretty good now. Now it's just going to be a matter of maintaining it. The ideal thing is to just like work with the water you got, but if the water you got is like unhealthy, you gotta try and bring it to something that's gonna be healthy for the fish. But ideally you want to adapt your fish to your own water because it's hard to maintain something. Yeah, but hopefully it won't prove too hard. And I just have to keep a sharp eye on things. And I'm glad that none of them died when that crash happened, that pH crash. So yeah, so that's everything that's going on. I show you my Daphnia later, though I will tell you one mistake I made in case you're trying to grow green water, which I was. I watched a couple of videos. One of them said you should have it above 30, and one of them said if you hit 30 it kills all the algae. Because green water is basically just algae suspended in the water. So unfortunately my first attempt did not work. And the funniest thing that happened is, do you see this plant here? I put this plant in because it was covered in algae and I wanted it to introduce algae into the water when I was trying to grow green water. And because I had it set at 32 degrees, all the algae died and the plant came really nice and bright. So I just put it back into this aquarium because all the algae was gone. So yeah, so that happened. Anyway, so I'm up and down. I've got other plans. I've already ordered another tank for some goldfish. However, when this happened, when this crashed, the pH, and I've kind of gone through this whole struggle to keep it up. I almost wanted to give up, but then I got up and then they all looked really happy and they're swimming around, looked really pretty, so I decided not to give up. So thanks for watching. Hope this video was somewhat informative. Bye guys.